Imagine inventing technology so advanced that the largest corporations in America tried to buy you out. And when you refused, they tried to claim credit for your work. Imagine being so brilliant that newspapers called you the Black Edison, yet history textbooks left your name out completely. This is the story of Granville T. Woods, the forgotten genius whose inventions transformed transportation, communications, and electricity, and who fought and won against Thomas Edison himself. Stay with us because the truth about Granville Woods is far more dramatic than anything you learned in school. Granville T. Woods was born in Columbus, Ohio in 1856, a time when the United States was still deeply divided by race. Opportunities for education were rare, and even rarer for a young black boy with ambition. Schools refused him. Apprenticeships shut their doors. Society expected him to stay in his place. But Woods didn't accept that. At just 10 years old, he began teaching himself mechanical engineering concepts from discarded textbooks and machine manuals he found wherever he could. By his teens, he was working in railroad machine shops, not as an engineer, but as a cleaner and assistant. Yet he watched, listened, and memorized everything. Railroads became his classroom, engines became his teachers. He would later say that machines made more sense to him than people ever did. Woods refused to stay confined to one job or one city. He worked as a fireman and engineer on a British-owned steamer. He studied electrical systems in Australia. He returned to the US and worked in rail workshops in the Midwest. He absorbed knowledge everywhere he went. By his late 20s, he knew more about electricity, magnetism, and mechanical design than most trained engineers of the era. But because of the color of his skin, no university would certify him, so he certified himself with invention. In 1880, he moved to Cincinnati and opened his own company, the Woods Electrical Company. This alone was revolutionary, a black-owned engineering firm in a segregated America. But what came next would rewrite technology forever. Railroads in the 1800s were dangerous. Trains shared tracks, and without real-time communication, collisions were common and deadly. Woods invented the Induction Telegraph System, a device that allowed moving trains to communicate with stations and other trains using electromagnetic fields. This invention saved lives, it revolutionized travel, it changed the railroad industry forever. Railroad companies were stunned. Reporters called him a prodigy. Suddenly the world had to pay attention, and that's when Thomas Edison entered the story. Edison's company approached Woods with an offer to buy the rights to the induction telegraph. But Woods refused. He wanted control over his own work. And that's when Edison did what he often did to competitors. He claimed he invented it first. He filed challenges. He tried to rewrite the narrative. He tried to erase Granville T. Woods from his own invention. But unlike many inventors, Edison steamrolled over. Woods fought back. And in a landmark decision, the patent court ruled in favor of Woods, affirming that he, not Edison, was the true inventor. It was one of the few times in history when a black inventor defeated America's most powerful inventor in court. Edison tried again later. Woods won again. Eventually, Edison gave up and offered Woods a job. Woods declined. The message was clear. He would not work for the man who tried to erase him. The induction telegraph was only the beginning. Granville T. Woods went on to secure over 60 patents, including electric railway systems, improved braking systems, steam boiler safety devices, electrical distribution technologies, automatic train controls. His inventions fueled the electrification of cities. They made transportation safer. They accelerated communication across long distances. They laid foundations for modern subway systems. He wasn't just an inventor, he was an architect of modern infrastructure. Yet as the years passed, racism continued to limit recognition, funding, and access. He struggled financially, even as industries used his technology. Brilliance didn't protect him from discrimination. Granville T. Woods died in 1910 at the age of 53, still inventing, still pushing boundaries, still largely unrecognized by the society that benefited from his genius. History books left him out. Schools didn't mention his name. Edison continued to be celebrated while Woods faded into obscurity. But facts don't disappear just because they are ignored. Today, historians acknowledge Woods as a pioneer of electrical engineering, a father of modern railway safety, one of the greatest inventors America ever produced, and one of the most brilliant minds the world almost forgot.